Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. This week I'm taking you through a Friday evening clean with me, and we have a relatively simple list of things to do, but important things to do nonetheless. At the very top we have starting the laundry. So here I am just taking everything that's dirty from the hamper and transferring it to the basket so that it's easier to transport to the laundry room. And Kiki's putting up a fight with that sweater there. Usually she goes for socks, but for some reason she was just really intrigued by this sweater. And I just wanted to show what I put into the delicates bags that go in the wash. I put usually bras and like sports bras and the pads that are in bras, and then I also put my workout headbands. So I loaded that all up in the laundry. And now we can get started on some of the other chores, including tidying up the bedroom. So here I am just putting away everything that had been sitting out, was used for the day. If you saw my makeup declutter video, those drawers mostly contain makeup items, but then they also have like hair accessories and hair products. So I'm putting away the T3 interchangeable curling wand that I actually got pretty recently, and I have been really liking it so far. I tested out some curls that you can see in my hair here. I don't think they're perfect, and I am really still learning how to curl my hair with a clamp wand. I was never really good at it before, but I watched a really great video where she explained exactly how to do it. So if I can find that, I will link that below if you are just like me and pretty clueless about how to use a clamped curling iron. So it kind of helped me out, and I think I'll just get better with each time that I try it. So here I am folding up some clothes from the basket that I use to put clothes that are not 100% dirty but aren't clean, so I don't want to put them back folded in the drawers or hanging in the closet. Let me know if you have a similar thing. I think a lot of people have a designated chair in their room where all the clothes go, but for me it's this basket here. And then cleaning off my desk area, just refolding the blanket there, just making everything look a little bit neater. So moving on to outside of the bedroom, this front area was pretty dirty, but we won't get into it. And then we're gonna focus on the kitchen for now. Going to tidy up everything that was currently out and on the countertops to start. And that will also make the biggest impact in this room, just getting rid of the things that are visible clutter. Here I am putting away the dry dishes. And then this is something I try to do as frequently as I can remember. I try to take out all the crumbs that kind of gather at the bottom of the toaster oven. Mainly if we eat a lot of everything bagels, a lot of stuff will really gather down there. So I want to make sure that all the crumbs are up and just doesn't like stain the bottom of it or anything, or just make a burning smell the next time we use the toaster. And then I also took a couple of moments here to sort out the pantries where all the food is. The food that was sitting on the counter didn't exactly fit perfectly, so I just wanted to take this opportunity to kind of go through what we had in there and take some things out of boxes, move some things around, and just make it a little bit neater. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking out some coffee beans from the airtight container that I have, and I'm just putting some fresh beans into the hopper so that it's ready for the next use. Now I'm just going to pick up some recent purchases that were sitting on the floor. And then moving on to the dishes, I got another coffee scooping spoon. It's just like the one that I just used to put the beans in the hopper. This one is going to be for French press grounds, I believe, because now I have 2 airtight containers for beans. So one will be like whole beans and then one will be pre-ground beans, I think. So just loading up the dishwasher and then also hand washing the wire rack that is part of the toaster oven. And the plate that catches all of the crumbs and everything. And then something that I had found from my sorting of the pantry, I wanted to refill this container that holds sunflower seeds, and these ones are from Trader Joe's and they actually expire like just in a couple of months, so I just want to make sure I note that. Usually we'll finish them, we'll eat all of the sunflower seeds, but I just want to make sure I'm aware of the expiration date when kind of like decanting it, I guess, if you will. But after all of that, I decided to spray down the sink with some Dawn Power Wash and then gave it a scrub with this dedicated scrubber for the sink and then rinsed it out. Next, to finish off the kitchen cleanup, I just used the Method Granite Cleaner and gave the countertop a quick wipe. So moving into the bedroom again, I wanted to fix the command strips for these string lights. I had some really old command strips, like the sticky strips, and they were so old that they were really losing their stickiness, and even though you press the hook against it, it just wasn't like staying on there. So I purchased just some of the sticky parts instead of like having to buy a whole new set of the hooks, and then I just put them on the walls and then tightened up the string lights, so now they look so much better. And at this point, it's now time to flip the laundry, so we're just moving everything from the washer to the dryer. Everything that I put in the dryer, you'll see a little bit later that I actually don't put everything in the dryer. I do hang dry some things, but just doing that right now. So next up, we are going to dust the bedroom, and even though it is a Friday evening, this is a chore that I'll typically do like every Sunday, but I think I just wanted to get it out of the way for the week at this point. So I dust basically every like tabletop surface in the bedroom, as well as clean the mirrors. So that is exactly what I'm doing right now. I also make sure to wipe down my electronics that I use throughout the week. I'm sure they get super grimy. And this is just a dedicated time that I can make sure everything is wiped down and clean. I also pretty recently put out a desk tour, but it was actually of my old setup. But if you're interested in this new setup, I probably will make a video about it in a couple months when I'm definitely like happy with how it turned out. But if you're interested in the old setup, I will also leave a link to that. I also kind of have a sequence or order of events here. I go from the desk to the bedside tables, then finally finishing off with these two dressers, the Alex drawers, and then this bigger dresser on the left side here. And then finally, I will also give the mirror its weekly wipe down with some Windex. And then it's time to put every single thing back where it belongs. And that is it. The bedroom is complete, and we can relax and enjoy the weekend knowing that I don't have to do this on Sunday. The next thing I'm doing is vacuuming the couch. I've done this many times in my videos at this point, but I am using a brand new Dyson vacuum here. This is the Dyson V15. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I just had to kick Kiki out of there. But I'm using the new Dyson and a new mini motor head, and it is going so much faster than my old Dyson V7. Even though I loved my V7, this one is just, it's really, you can tell the difference. They've really made some major upgrades since the couple years that it's been since I purchased the Dyson, so really happy with this, and cleaning the couch takes a couple minutes less now. Moving back into the bedroom, we are going into our final chore of the evening, and that is finishing up with the laundry. So as I mentioned before, I don't put everything from the washer to the dryer. I'll be hanging some more delicate items like the sweater and the headbands. I don't really want those to go into the dryer. So just doing that on the hanging rack that I have here. I also washed some scrunchies that I put in with the headbands as well. So now it is time to fold the laundry. Kiki's gonna put up a fight with the socks. It's fine, we'll let her have them. I'll just make do with the laundry that I can fold. And after everything's folded, I'm just putting everything back into their proper spaces. And leaving the best for last here, I'll be folding the socks. Kiki usually puts up a fight for these socks, but looks like all is clear for this time being, and so I'm just going to take advantage of that and get as many folded as I can. She came back a little too late, looks like there. And that is it. That is our last chore that we had for the evening. And that'll wrap it up for this week's cleaning video. I hope this could give you some motivation and inspiration to get some cleaning of your own done. Hope you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for new videos on a weekly basis, and I'll see you in the next one.